What if I told you Duke's entire championship run could come down to one decision? Made just minutes before tip-off. What's up, Blue Devil Nation? This is Victor, and if you bleed Duke basketball like I do, you need to hear this right now. Before we get into it, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and help us hit our first 50 subscribers. We're just getting started, and this run, it could be special. Alright, let's talk about the biggest storyline heading into the Sweet 16. Head coach Jon Scheyer just dropped a bombshell. Foster is officially a game-time decision against St. John's Red Storm. Let that sink in. This is a player who hasn't touched the court since March 7th, after suffering a fractured foot against UNC, a brutal injury that required surgery the very next day. We're talking about a guy who's been in a boot, on a scooter, grinding every single day just for a chance to come back. And now, he might suit up in the Sweet 16. That's not just a comeback story, that's heart, that's Duke. Now here's where things get really interesting. We're talking about Caleb Foster. Before the injury, Foster was putting up solid numbers. 8.5 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, 2.8 assists. Not flashy, but incredibly important to the system. He's a glue guy, a stabilizer, a player who understands the tempo, the spacing, the defensive rotations. But here's the twist. While Foster was out, someone stepped up, and that someone is Caden Boozer. Over the last 5 games, 13.8 points per game, back-to-back 16-point performances in the ACC tournament. And then boom, 19 points in the NCAA tournament opener. This freshman is playing with confidence, with energy, and honestly, he's changing the dynamic of this team. So now the question becomes, if Caleb Foster is cleared, do you disrupt that momentum and it gets even deeper? Duke isn't just facing anyone, they're going up against legendary coach Rick Pitino and a dangerous St. John's team that's 36 on the season. This is a battle-tested squad, physical, experienced, disciplined. You don't experiment in games like this, so if Foster plays, he has to be ready, not 70%, not emotional comeback ready. I'm talking Sweet 16, winner go home ready. But I'll tell you what gave me chills. Scheyer said that when Foster got hurt, he told him, "Coach, if I work every day and promise me I can wear that uniform again with my guys." That's different. That's not just basketball. That's brotherhood. That's Duke culture. And let's not forget, Duke is 34-2, a 1 seed. This team has championship DNA, and they're also getting back big man Patrick Ngongba II, who already returned last game and is expected to play again. So now you're potentially adding a returning guard fighting through injury, a rising freshman star, a recovering big man right before the Sweet 16. That's either a perfect storm or a risky mix. So here's my take as a die-hard Duke fan. If Caleb Foster can give you quality minutes, controlled, smart, defensive intensity, you play him. But if there's any doubt, you ride the hot hand. You trust Boozer. You trust what got you here. Because in March Madness, rhythm matters more than emotion. But man, if Foster checks into that game, Cameron Indoor energy is going to be felt all the way in Washington, D.C. Alright, Blue Devil Nation. Now I want to hear from you. Do you play Caleb Foster if he's cleared, or do you stick with the lineup that's been winning? Drop your takes in the comments. I'm reading everything. And don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and help us hit 50 subscribers. We're building something real here. Let's go, Duke!